Hey everybody, MegaFan here. Currently it is about 2:30 in the morning. My hair. And, I decided that for no reason whatsoever, I'm gonna try and get the, Okay, so as I'm sure most people know, there are 3 different screens in Five Nights at Freddy's 2. That depict one of the characters without any eyes, and they're actually really cool looking. And just the other day, I was watching a friend of mine play the game, and they ended up getting the Bonnie screen twice in the span of an hour. And I may or may not have been a little jelly. So I decided to go and, to try and get it at least once for myself. And rather than getting the Bonnie screen, I ended up getting the Foxy screen, and I lost my damn mind. So that means that in person, I have seen 2 of the 3 screens. I think you might be able to tell where I'm going with this. This is just going to be a casual little recording, to try and get the 3rd screen, the Freddy screen, which you get when you launch the game sometimes. It's a very rare chance. It took me 6 years just to see 1 for myself, let alone 3 in the same day. That was really fucking stupid. But anyways, let's just get into this. Enough padding, generic video shit. Oh. Okay, well, clearly I'm not gonna have beginner's luck. Hold on, I need to adjust this light. Can we get that? Yeah, that looks better. That's a nice soft glow. Hold on, can I get this to... I have a desktop light, or a desk lamp, just in general. I prefer using it over my standard light, because, you know me, I'm a bitch for that ambiance. But, you know... This looks nice. I like this look. It almost looks like I've got my actual light on, but I don't. Because I don't want that on. Anyways. This could be a very, very long recording. Or who knows, maybe I'll get it on like the fucking 5th try, maybe. I don't know. Because I have been trying this for quite a while. On Nintendo Switch as well. I was grinding for a long time trying to get the Bonnie screen and the Foxy screen. Neither of which I've managed to get. I do want to, on Switch, I want to get a screenshot of every single thing in that game. Just because I really like looking at all the renders that are in this game. They're all so cool. I love this series aesthetic. I can't say it enough. I know that's like the only thing I say during my entire stream. Like anytime I stream one of these games, the only thing I say is, oh my god, the characters, they're rendered so well, the models are so good. But it's a joy to look at. Like seriously, every character just looks so cool. And I know that they're supposed to be creepy. I personally don't find them creepy, but I totally get why some people would. They definitely have that uncanny look to them. Especially in certain ways. But I just think, like, the models and the character designs and the aesthetic and everything, it just looks so cool. I love it. That's like the biggest thing that I love about this series. And these eyeless screens, they're so cool. Ugh, sorry. I ended up going out for a run about an hour ago, and I'm still a bit winded. Never let it be said that I don't exercise. Do let it be said that I'm not good at exercise. Like, I can't do long distance running. Like, the moment I take off, I've got maybe like 30 seconds before I'm ready to keel over and die. Anyways, what was I saying? Ah, yeah, that's right. Just like something about the aesthetic of these games that kind of inspired like my entire setup right now. Like, I've been a bitch for going around the house when it's dark with a flashlight, just keeping all the lights off, just using a flashlight to light up the whole area. The only light I use is this desktop one. It looks super nice on camera. I really dig how this looks. And that's surprising, because I hate looking at this. This being, you know, me. Ugh, self-depreciation. Not fun, but, you know, it's fun. Ugh. Oh yeah, I was talking about how I wanted to get every single screen saved into my Switch screenshot library. Something tells me I get a slight hunch getting the Freddy screen that I'm after right now is gonna be a bit of a bitch there, because it takes long enough and it's so rare on PC, and I assume on Switch. Well, truth be told, I don't even know if it exists on Switch. I've heard some people say, oh yeah, I got the Eyeless Bonnie screen on Switch. But I haven't seen it for myself. That's something that sucks about FNAF these days. There's so little documentation. Like, in the past, whenever a new game came out, within, like, a day, everything was out there. Like, all the secrets were revealed. Or maybe not a day. With Five Nights at Freddy's 4, it was definitely, like, a day. And Five Nights at Freddy's 3 was super fast as well. But other than that... yeah, other than that. The main thing... like, it was always super fast how everything was documented. Everybody jumped straight into the games and they just like tore the whole thing apart from inside out, and there was good documentation. However, with the console ports, there's so little attention going to them that I find myself questioning, like, hey, is this thing in it? And I assume it is, because from what I can gather, it's literally just the PC program put onto a console. Which is probably what you would expect. I don't think it'd be that hard to do that. I don't actually know if... part of me is curious if these rare screens are in the mobile games, considering those were remastered recently, and they are much closer, if not downright identical, to the... yeah. Hold on, I need to make sure. First of all, okay, good. I'm not double recording the audio, because that would be really fucking embarrassing. Ugh. Oh, and I'm recording in the right aspect ratio now, too. So, you know, that's always a plus. Yeah, I'm still a little peeved about how the recording for the Five Nights at Freddy's 1 2020 mode came out. I get that for a lot of people, like, it was serviceable, it got the job done. But seriously, looking back on that, it just, ow. Like, I remember feeling so accomplished and just so good when I ended up completing that. And then I went to view the file, and I almost fucking cried. Because I went through all the hassle of designing a thumbnail, and that was harder than it sounds. And I swear I'm not just saying that to try and brag or anything. It was... I put a lot more attention to detail than probably any sane person would for a Five Nights at Freddy's video. Ugh. The glow on my screen is kind of enveloping my face in white. Ugh. Kind of silly. Anyways. But yeah, I ended up spending a lot of time on Switch. I didn't get any of the eyeless screens. So the question of if those actually exist on console is still a bit up in the air. Maybe they're not on the Switch version. They might be on other consoles. But I know there are differences between the different console versions. For example, I can't be totally certain which one, but on either Xbox One or PS4, or both, there's an achievement system in-game that isn't there on the Switch version. And I can't help but wonder why? Because that seems weird. It also seems weird that the Switch version would give you all the would give you credit when you're using cheats. Yeah. Basically, the console ports. Actually, it's really cool. I don't know about 3 and 4, because those games already had cheats actually built into them. But in Five Nights at Freddy's 2, from the very start of the game, you have a cheats option. Just down here in the, that region. And basically you get cheats about what you would expect. Give you a map radar, give you unlimited flashlight power, give you faster nights. Those were the 3 cheats available. There were only 3. A little upsetting, but you know. Shit. I keep losing train of thought. Where was I? Okay, going back to, like, finish my original thought. I've been trying to go through and get every notable screen, at least. All the ones that I want. Which is basically the whole game. Ugh. I've been trying to get all of those saved into my Switch library, just so that way I can look at them whenever and not have to worry about some Foxy specifically, so I don't have to worry about him, because he sucks. I hate him. Oh, and you might have noticed that I may or may not have accidentally deleted my save file from when I streamed this game. Yeah, an explanation for that will come eventually. Oh, like, as you can see, I accidentally wiped all the data that I had saved from my previous stream. And I might have to do that all again. Well, no, I really wouldn't have to do that all again. I could just cheat. But where's the fun in that? Just for shits and giggles, let's see if we can get the Foxy or Toy Bonnie screens. Because I'd really like just to capture any of those. Well, frick me. Oh my god. Recording and streaming are 2 different things, apparently. I can barely play this. The frame rate is terrible. Okay, fuck it. Foxy, come get me. Hold on, I'm gonna mute the desktop audio, just so that way you don't have to hear this. But I do have to hear this. Hi! Speak of the devil, and he is sure to come. Okay, can we get the Toy Bonnie at least? Toy Bono. Toy Bonnie. Toy Monster. Yes, there he is. As you can see, he's in the center. See? Told you. Okay. But nah, that ain't happening. Okay. Well. Okay. Alrighty. So, yeah, on Switch I've been trying for the past few days or so. Maybe I think for the past 2 days. I've been putting in about 2 hours to try and get either the Foxy or Toy Bonnie screens. Those ones specifically, Because just launching and relaunching the game on Switch when I have a whole bunch of profiles, like, it could be easy if I just had the one, but I don't have just the one, and so I have to manually select mine every single time I want to go in, and then I have to wait for the loading screen, and then I have to wait for the other loading screen, and then I have to wait for the actual thing to pop up, maybe not, but then I'm just... Yeah, it's gonna suck, but I'm gonna do it eventually, because I'm fucking insane. Or something, I don't know. Is it okay to joke about insanity? I don't think it is. Maybe I'm just a snowflake, but, you know. Eh, fuck it, let's see if we can get the Bonnie screen. Oh, shit. This one is much louder. Oh, I think I know why it's louder. It's, because of the... Yeah, I know exactly why Five Nights at Freddy's 1 seems louder than, 2. It's because It's because I used the volume mixer while I was in a Discord call to lower the volume. I think that was it. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do. What? Do you think I was gonna go with 1987? Well, you were wrong! Okay, let's... I just realized I probably should have put Bonnie on a higher AI setting if I actually wanted him to get me. I shouldn't have just gone with the stupid joke. Because that's dumb. I made a dumb choice today. A few of them, actually. I went out and I punched a tree. Why did I punch a tree? I got mad. Why did I get mad? None of your business. Oh, hi! You didn't waste, like, any time at all. Good golly. Oh, shit, Foxy. Yeah, that's right. Okay, well, I don't know if you can only get the Bonnie screen when you die to Bonnie. I know you can get it from launching the game, and probably from dying to anyone, so I could probably just have it be Foxy, but I'm not gonna have it be Foxy because I hate Foxy so much, he scares me. Is that you? No, that's no one. Oh, is that you? No? Still no one? Look, a pizzeria's at a close. You know, a lot of the rare screens in this game aren't exactly as rare as you would think. Hold on. I don't think cameras change when you actually click on them, which is a little aggravating, I guess. Oh my god, it's so laggy! Freddy, you are at 1! You wanna get me? Thank you, pal. That was loud! I should have probably turned that down. But I didn't. Oops. Yeah, I swear, that probably picked up through my actual mic. This whole thing is probably picking up through my mic. Hold on. That's picking up through my actual mic. Oops. I think. Hey, wait in the gosh second. Wait, why did the screen on OBS go black? If I was using display capture, I smell a conspiracy. Do I? I don't know what the hell I smell. Anyways, back to Five Nights at Freddy's 2, because that's the main star here. That's the thing I like. I like the first one too, but Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is my fucking jam. It's both my jam and my peanut butter. It's my PB&J. Is what that is. I like Five Nights at Freddy's 2 a lot. I think it's... Okay, I won't go and say that it's like the best horror game ever made, because it definitely isn't. It's definitely got issues, but it's my favorite. And that's okay. Am I seriously about to give a fucking lecture about how, oh, you can like something even though it's flawed, or some shit like that? Ugh. I will say, Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is probably my favorite game of all time. And if it's not my favorite, then it's at least in the top 3. If I could think of my favorite games of all time. Shit, let's compile an actual list here. What's coming to mind? Okay, obviously Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is there, because I haven't shut up about how much I love it. And then, God, to go along with it, I suppose if you want a top 3 list, you need 3 items. You can't just say Five Nights at Freddy's 2. I would say for favorite fighting game, I'll divide this into 3 categories. So, like, some of my favorite games of different genres. In terms of platformers, I would say Mega Man 11 has got that down pat. Oh my god, that game was so good. I really fucking love Mega Man 11. That game was incredible from start to finish. I loved it to pieces. It might have been a little easy, all things considered, especially by Mega Man standards. Like, you come hot off the... Well, not hot off the heels. You come very, very cold off the heels of Mega Man 9 and 10. 2 of the most brutal games in the entire franchise, and some of the most brutal platformers I've ever played in general. And then you go to Mega Man 11. I mean, I'm not complaining that they took the difficulty down. And it still is hard. It's still a Mega Man game through and through. Like, it had bits that were downright infuriating, but it never got quite to the level of absurdity and downright bullshit that 9 and 10 had. But, hey, I mean, although it did have a bunch of different difficulty levels, which I think is a good idea. However, it handled it in a pretty dumb way. Your normal mode is obviously normal, as you would think. Minor spoilers, I guess. If you really care about the gameplay or game difficulty spoilers for Mega Man 11. Great, now we're talking about Mega Man 11. Can you tell that I have ADHD at all? Because I do. I just kind of like jump from topic to topic to topic. I'll do this shit when I'm not even recording too. Like just earlier, I was playing Sonic 2 and Knuckles. Because, oh yeah, shit. I forgot. Ugh! I tweeted about this, but this is like one of the coolest things I've ever gotten in my life. I found a boxed copy of Sonic 2 for $10. That's like fucking stealing. And it's not just the box, which I was a little terrified of as I was going to purchase the game, because I know that there's apparently a market for just buying the box. And they can go for about that price too. Like, I was looking up the Mega Man games on Game Boy, and I thought I found a collection of all 5 games for only $20. Wow, that's incredible. Or maybe it was $50. I don't fucking know. But, like, either way, it was shockingly cheap for 5 Game Boy games. And then when I expanded the details, I found out it was just the boxes. So, I was thinking about that as I was taking this up to the register. But no, it's not just the box. It is the legitimate game. And oh my god. I forgot how good Sonic 2 was. This is probably my favorite Sega Genesis cartridge that I own. Not only because it's genuinely authentic, like I own a reproduction cart of Mega Man The Wily Wars, and I own a used copy of Sonic the Hedgehog 3, as well as a multi-cart, like a bootleg multi-cart, but that's not important. I also have a Sonic 3 and Knuckles, but this one's probably my favorite just for how Genesis it is. Like, it has... Like, it feels super slick in my hands, and it's all glossy and nice. And I almost bought a non-box copy for the same price. But then when I was going over to the front of the store, they had, like, a bookshelf that was filled with, like, other games, and, there were like 3 box copies of Sonic 2 just kind of sitting there. So I ended up getting those. Oh, and it doesn't have just the game in the box. It's also got the manual, complete thing, and probably one of the coolest finds in this whole thing. It has a poster in it. And this poster is pretty cool. Like, I'm sure back in the 90s, most kids probably didn't think much of it, but now, like, buying this now as somebody who completely missed that era but idolizes, like, the whole industry of that time, unfolding that and seeing a Jurassic Park poster, and on the back, it's an advertisement for a whole bunch of old Sega products. Oh my god, that was such a fun surprise. And I did not expect any of this. I expected, like, the cartridge, the game, yeah. I didn't even expect to be buying anything when I went into the store. We were mainly just looking for novelty's sake. My sister's boyfriend, I think, just kind of wanted to go there, just shits and giggles. But then, like, I ended up finding this, and oh my god, can I just gush for a second? I know I've been gushing for a lot of seconds now, but I want to gush some more. Because, like, walking into an old store like that, there's no feeling quite like it. It's so cool. And I know there's probably going to be, or there's probably not going to be, nobody fucking knows who I am, but there's probably, somebody out there who's like, oh, freaking kid, hipster, or something like that. I don't know. Like, oh, back in my day, that was just how it was. Oh, you fake fan, something. I don't fucking know. But just walking into a store like that and seeing just all of the old consoles and games and just all the history just lined up neatly. And sure, like, it's not gonna have everything. Like, it didn't have a copy of Sonic 1, unfortunately, because that's the only main series Sonic game that I'm missing now, in cartridge form. But that's besides the point. But just walking in there and seeing all the different things that they had there, and I'm telling you, this place was super cool. It had, like, just about all the stuff you could think of, all the stuff you would want. Should I maybe move my camera a little bit? Wait, wrong way, I think. Whatever. That should be good. No, wait. Okay. But just, like, seeing all the stuff they had there. Is this out of focus? Why is it out of focus now? God damn it. Come on. Thank you. Okay. But just going in there and seeing, like, all the stuff that they have, oh my god, it's such a cool feeling. Because for ages and ages, I always idolized, like, having all of these retro collectibles and things. And I know I'm giving myself away as a huge dweeb and a fucking hipster. But, damn it, it's just cool. Just walking in and being able to see, like, over on one side, like, you've got a whole bunch of old consoles lined up. Like, you've got an Atari 2600, you've got a Nintendo Entertainment System, Sega Genesis of several different models, a SNES, just all these different things. And mind you, I don't even know shit about, like, the consoles themselves, which makes me sound even more like a fucking hipster person. I don't know. Is that even the correct usage of the term? I don't know. Don't care. But just seeing, like, all the stuff lined up. Like, I have no connection to the Super Nintendo Entertainment System whatsoever. But just walking through and sliding my hand along all the neatly wrapped SNES cartridges that are just there. And just, like, being able to hold a genuine NES cartridge in my hands after seeing and, like, being like, man, I would love to have one of those one day. It's just the coolest feeling. And I wish that there were more stores like that. If you know any, like, locally run mom-and-pop retro video game stores, definitely support them because, oh my god, they're so cool. Like, there's tons of big stores out there, tons of big places. Like, you got your big name brand stores. GameStop specifically comes to mind. That's the only one I can think of. I don't know what the other stores are. If there are any other big gaming stores, then let me know. But as far as I know, GameStop is the only store that is exclusively video games. And even then, it's not exclusively video games. For fuck's sake, it's mostly Funko Pops and Five Nights at Freddy's plushes. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, in my personal opinion. Because I kind of like Five Nights at Freddy's plushes. I kind of like Five Nights at Freddy's. If you haven't noticed, I've been sitting here for 30 minutes, probably the last like 10 of which have just been me rambling on about how much I love these retro video game stores. I need to actually do what I said I was going to do. Oops. Oh, but shit, where was I? But just going in there and seeing all the different stuff. And then in the back, they had like this huge collage of just a whole bunch of video game merchandise from all across the years. Like, they had the Sonic Mania collector statue right next to a vintage Proto Man vinyl figure. And next to that was, like one of the Jakks Pacific Marios. And then next to that was a Samus Figma. Just all these different collectibles. And, like, the whole store just felt like a celebration of what gaming and geek culture is. More so than stores like GameStop, who claim to be that celebration of what gaming and geek culture is. When really, it's just a whole bunch of Marvel Funko Pops. Man, I sure do love, man, guys, I'm such a geek. Have you ever heard of Iron Man? I like Iron Man a lot. I know I talk shit about Funko Pops a lot, but I don't mind them. Fuck, I own, like... Hold on, let's count. How many do I own? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 6. 6 of them. Yeah, I know that's not shit compared to other people, but, you know. But, there's not one Funko Pop in that store. But there's just all the different consoles and all their different games. And there's like... Oh, I didn't even mention the Nintendo 64. Just... I kind of miss the old aesthetic of video game consoles. Like, hold on a second. Somebody contact the authorities. Megafan's pulling his Sega Genesis apart. There we go. Oh, this is what I consider the pinnacle of a gaming console. Look at it. It looks so good. The Model 1 Genesis is just such a sexy design to me. And I know it's weird to refer to a console and its design as sexy. But my god. This thing's sexy. Okay, fuck it. I'm just gonna... Real quick, I'm gonna transform the screen. I'm gonna... Let's see. Transform. Fit to screen. No! Yucky! Bring that above. Okay, yeah, this video is getting super off topic, but fuck it, who cares? I don't care. Do you care? Probably. Because you clicked on this video expecting something, and here you are just getting a nerd talking to you about how much he likes retro games. I'm not even that big of a retro game enthusiast, really. I just really love the culture behind it. That sounds super pathetic. Okay, hold on. Remove that. This whole thing's falling apart on me. What the feck? Bear with me. Okay, so got it down to that. Why is it suddenly cropped like this? Damn it. Okay, screw it. Control Z? It's Control Z fix anything. No. Oh, screw it. Okay, turn that back on then. Well, shnikes. I guess put that down to where I... Okay. Okay. Screw it. But just like this console, it looks so good. And just, I feel the same way about most other consoles from its generation. Not the same, of course. Nothing can ever top this. This is just... This is the perfect video game console design. I fucking love how, like, it's not really boxy, but it's not, like, overly rounded. Like, it's basically a rectangle with a circle in the center and a few knobs and dials on the side. Like, this console has a headphone jack? I didn't know they had a friggin' headphone jack until, like, a year ago, maybe? Maybe earlier, maybe later. But it's got a headphone jack and, like, this volume slider alone. Oh! I like it. And all, like, the switches and the buttons and everything, they all feel good. And don't even get me started on putting the cartridge in. Hold on, I'm gonna use, that one. Oh, no! Ugh. I take so much pride in the Sonic 2, boxed edition that I got, that I'm throwing it around my room, and it's making noises that scare me. Ooh. Okay, put that to the side. But, like, don't even get me started on this noise. You ready for this? Hold on. I don't think you're ready for this, but just in case, I'm gonna turn my gain up. Is that... Yeah. Okay. So now my gain is at the max, but I'm gonna turn that down just a little bit. It's still pretty freaking high. But just listen. Oh my god. I'm sorry. That is just such a satisfying feeling and such a... It sounds good. It feels good. Damn it. This is sex. Okay. Put the Genesis back before somebody gets, No, put the Genesis back. And do the thing you said you were gonna do. Ugh. Okay. Ugh. Okay! Well, now that I've gushed about that for at least 10 minutes, probably more, let's get back on track, shall we? But just go back to talking about those things. But yeah, just being able to walk into a store and see and feel all of these different things that, like, I've always dreamed of having contact with, but always thought it was never quite possible. Like, for a while, I thought that the Nintendo Entertainment System Classic Edition was about the closest I was ever gonna get to owning or feeling a legitimate retro console. Then I got a Game Boy shortly after that, and I like it. I guess I'm just a bitch for, like, the cartridges of that era, just how chunky they were, and how they all slid in with a bit of resistance. Like, with Switch and DS cartridges, it's always just a one-and-done deal. With, the older, bulkier cartridges, like, there's something of a presence to them that I just can't help but love. Like, they always feel so good to hold. The other ones, they're like a fucking potato chip. Taste like them, too. Nom! Nah, that's a joke. Don't eat video games. Unless you're a person who needs to eat video games in order to survive. However, as far as I know, that population is incredibly low. I could be wrong, but, you know, my hair. Does it always look like it's going that way? This is also yeah, voice crack. Nice. This is also kind of a testing experiment. Get a good look at myself, apparently. Because I'm like, I'm taking note of what my face actually looks like so that way I can draw it better. If you don't know, this is gonna sound super corny. I make a small comic series on my Twitter account, or comic, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. It's called Mega Fam, because family, Mega Fan, fam. I don't fucking know. But you know. It's fun. I get ideas sometimes for stuff, and I just decide, like, hey, let's go with it. But, where was I going with this? Hold on. Oh, yeah. For a while, I've wanted to create, like, a new character design for me, because I love the one Munch made, and I'm never going to ditch it. But I feel like, in terms of a person, like, I feel like for the Mega Fam comics, I should make something that's more accurate to what I look like, outside of the Mega Fan usage. Like, Mega Fan is still a thing, and it's still me. But, I feel like I've always kind of envisioned him as, like, a transformation of sorts, which sounds corny as fuck, but, you know, that's just the ideas I have in my head. I've actually been trying to draw a lot more recently. I thought about doing an art stream a while back, and then I didn't. Oops. Maybe one day I'll get, like, a camera that faces downward, because I feel a lot more comfortable. I feel a lot better drawing with, like, an actual pencil and paper. I ended up getting a drawing tablet, and in all actuality, I should definitely use that more, because I'm sure if I were to become experienced with it, it would be nice, but, I think I prefer traditional art. Well, no, I don't think. I definitely prefer, pencil to paper. But, you know. So anyways, I don't even know how long I've actually been doing this. Like, if I were to cut up how much of this video was actually me trying to get the screen that I'm trying to get, apparently, versus how much of this stream was just me talking about random bullshit, then I would... Hey, wait a second, I just remembered a topic I was getting at a while ago. It was about how I ramble on about random bullshit, even when I'm not recording. Fuck! I was just playing, Knuckles in Sonic the Hedgehog 2 a while back. I ended up beating that, by the way. And that final boss, most stressful 6 jumps. Wait, no. Most stressful 12 jumps I have ever made in any video game, ever. Probably not. I don't think that's true, but in a Sonic game at least. Because my god, leading up to that, and I only had like 3 continues left by the time I beat him. So, yeah, I was a little on edge. But anyway, am I going insane? Am I going insane? I'm probably going insane. Didn't I just say, like 20 minutes ago, yeah, you shouldn't joke about people going insane. That's not okay. I'm pretty sure I said something like that. But, as I was playing Sonic 3 and Knuckles, I just started talking... Yeah, Sonic 3 and Knuckles. As I was playing Knuckles and Sonic 2, I just started talking to myself about, like, man, I really like how Sonic controls as a character. Like, yeah, he's simple, but in my opinion, he's not, like, painfully simple like Mario. Because with Mario, the only skill you always have at all times is your jump, and that's not always the most reliable thing. With Sonic, you have your roll, your jump, and whatever special double jump ability you can get from later games. I was just going on about all this shit, and I was openly acknowledging I'm talking to no one. Like, I'm not recording, and this is some of my best commentary. Like, I'm going as in-depth with this as I possibly can. Maybe this is just to fill the void of pure rage that Metropolis Zone is, and I ended up mentioning during that, during my commentary, I guess you would call it. Like, oh yeah, you know, it's so weird to me. Like, the camera is mirrored based on what I think it is. Like, I want to say this part of my hair is on this side of my head, but it's not. It's on my left, and this is on my right. Wow, my forehead is disgusting. I should be covering that up, but when I cover that up, apparently my left eye is just gone. Oops. I like how every time I flick it out of the way, it just kind of like, meh. It's so majestic. Oh, am I simping myself? I don't fucking know. It's early. Well, no, it's not early. I've been up since 10. Hold on, wait. Doing the math here. I've been up for 17 hours. Yay. I've been up 17 hours, and apparently I'm not... I don't fucking know. Apparently 17 hours is when I get all rambly jumbly wumbly. It's been almost 50 minutes. I've been recording for almost an hour, but I swear to God I'm gonna get this. I'm not gonna stop recording until I fucking get this. I don't care if I'm here for 24 more hours. I'm getting this goddamn screen. If it kills me, it probably won't kill me. But I'll still get it if it kills me. Mark my words. Mark them down. Mark them well. I did not mean to enter the fifth night. I'm gonna try getting the endoskeleton. Why not?
We don't have a replacement for your shift yet, but we're working on it. We're gonna try to contact the original restaurant owner. I think the name of the place was Freddy's Family Diner or something like that.
Hello. Damn. That's disappointing. Okay, but anyways, I completely lost my train of thought. So basically, I was playing Sonic 2, and I was just doing all this commentary about how I preferred the way that Sonic and other characters in the platforming genre handled their characters' control, I guess you would call it. Like mechanics and things of that nature. Like, I don't know how to put it exactly, but Mario feels really limited. And that's something I've never really liked about Mario games. Like, I like it in Super Mario Bros. 1, but that's just because that game is really easy and fun to speedrun. Or just to throw yourself in and see how far you can go. Kind of like an endurance test. One that, admittedly, I suck at. But if you put me down in front of a more meaty, chunky 2D Mario game like Mario 3, World, or any of the new Super games, you're gonna lose me really quick. And I constantly find myself going back to them, saying, okay, this time I'm gonna really give them a chance, and then I end up losing whatever special ability I wanted, and I just kinda keel over and die. That's the second time I've said that during this recording, and it didn't make sense. I'm just ready to quit immediately. Like, I'm having a ball up until I get hit, and I realize, oh, I have to go back to jumping, and I am an impatient bitch who likes throwing themselves into every bad opportunity I possibly can. Okay. Just shit like that. I much prefer just how other characters work. Like, I always hear, whenever I argue about 2D Mario games, people constantly bring up like, oh, but you liked Kirby Star Allies. That game was super repetitive too. All the levels were basically just recycled from previous Kirby games. And the engine is the exact same as Triple Deluxe and all the other games before it. Yeah, but the difference between that and Super Mario World is that Kirby's a fun character to play as. Because Kirby isn't nearly as limited. Like, he has limitations. Everybody's got limitations. But he's not nearly as limited as Mario. Like I was saying to myself a few hours ago when I was playing Sonic 2. I told myself, like, yeah, the only move Mario consistently always has all the time is the jumping, and that's not always reliable. You're gonna want more stuff. And some people would say that you can get more stuff if you work towards it and you work to keep it. And I just personally don't find that very fun. I understand why people enjoy the series, and I don't hold anything against them. Like, yeah, the games are good. Like, they're good games. They're just personally not my thing. Because I prefer having options available to me, and I prefer having more wiggle room, I guess? Like with Mario, you have a maximum of 3 hits. Of 3 mistakes, I guess you could say, before you lose a life and have to start back. And you start out with only 1 possible mistake, go to 2, get to 3, and then once you die, you're back to 1, and you have to deal with whatever mistakes you had previously, but now you just can't make those mistakes, and if it's just hard now, too fucking bad. Compare that to the Sonic games, which don't use that same sort of hit system. They use their rings instead. You have hypothetically unlimited potential, I guess, to make mistakes, so long as you can keep that one ring to your name. Or then compare that to the Kirby games, where you don't have unlimited per se, but you do have a much more forgiving sense with your health and whatnot. And the same goes for Mega Man. Like, these games can be hard, but they don't have to be hard through instant death or super limited hits or anything like that. That's something that I guess I've never really liked about the Mario games. Just how you don't get a whole lot of chance or opportunity. Like, they always have a very set, narrow way of playing them, and I guess that just never rubbed me quite the same way. Like, compare Mario to Kirby. Mario has 3... In most games, Mario has about... I guess 3 main mechanics. Running, jumping, and throwing his fireballs. And then there's other miscellaneous mechanics, I guess you could say. Like in Five Nights at Freddy's too. Like, it's not always throwing fireballs. Sometimes he throws hammers. Only once. Only once did he throw hammers. Sometimes he throws ice. But more often than not, it's just those 3. And then sometimes you get, like, the spin attack power-ups, which are a complete bitch to use, by the way. Because every time I play Super Mario Bros. 3, specifically, I'm, like... I really want to use the tailspin, but I find that I consistently run up to the enemy that I want to hit, go to hit it, and then I'm a bit too late. And admittedly, that's on me. That is entirely my fault. I'm bad at video games, but I wish I could at least get the chance to do it again and not have to fucking hope to God that the level gives me another leaf or whatever I'm using, because that's also something I've never really liked. You have to work with what the game gives you, with what the levels give you, and sometimes the levels don't want to give you jack diddly shit. Take Super Mario Bros. 1, for example. Again, Super Mario Bros. 1 is admittedly my favorite 2D Mario game, just for how quick you can go through it. Which is kind of like a backhanded compliment. I like this game because it's not time-consuming. I like this game because it doesn't waste my time. But, in Super Mario Bros. 1, once you're done with, say, I want to say World 4? Mushrooms become practically non-existent, and I just hit Night 5 again. Fucking wonderful! Can I get the Foxy screen again? I got the Foxy screen once. That was... Oh, no? Okay. Alright. Okay, let's see how fast I can die. But anyways, in Mario 1, after, say, World 4, maybe, mushrooms become non-existent, and the ones that there are in, like, complete hell zones. Come on.
We're gonna try to contact the original restaurant owner.
But,
The name of the place was...
yeah. So, mushrooms become non-existent, flowers become non-existent. Oh, what could this be? Oh, this is boring, I don't like this one. Okay, but, shit, what was I saying? I keep losing train of thought. I know I keep saying that. That's just a thing that keeps happening. But, Super Mario Brothers 1, your mushroom. And the mushrooms and items that you can find, are then placed in, like, complete war zones. Like, I vividly remember, I play Sonic Bowl a lot, which, if you don't know, it's a really good fan game. It's basically a recreation of Super Mario Bros. 1, and recently they added in an option to play through the lost levels as well. It's basically a recreation of Sonic the Hedgehog, of Super Mario Bros. 1 for the Nintendo Entertainment System, but with a whole bunch of different characters. Think Super Mario Bros. Crossover, but with less crossover and more Sonic. Anyways, Golden Freddy time in now. Anyways, I could actually play that real quick. It's not exactly time consuming. And it's a cool game. And I'm kind of getting tired of this. I'm not going to stop recording until I get this. But I might take breaks. Kind of like I did earlier. I've taken a few breaks. Fuck it, we're going in. So, Sonic Bowl was a really cool fan game. It basically takes Super Mario Bros. 1, puts a bunch of Sonic characters in it, and also has a few changes to Mario and the other characters who were in Mario specifically. But it has a whole bunch of changes as well, and like additional features and all this cool stuff. It's really cool. Like, as you can see here, you got just a whole lineup of Sonic characters, and then you got these miscellaneous I guess miscellaneous isn't the right word. You got Mario, Luigi, Stanley the Bugman, everybody's favorite Nintendo character, Stanley the Bugman, who you definitely remember existed. And then the Kid from I Wanna Be the Guy. And every character here is super fun to play as. Even Mario and Luigi, who I usually don't like very much, they've got like really tight, fun controls. But everybody up here, Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, they all play basically identically to their original counterpart. And there's also a whole bunch of other support and stuff. Like, for example, if you click a character numerous times, you end up getting a whole bunch of different skins. I forgot that this was one of them. But you get just a whole bunch of these different skins, and they're all pretty cool. And I find myself using a lot of them pretty often. Sonic specifically has more skins than the other characters. Maybe that's bias? It's bias. But you got... I heard you like JoJo. I do too, it's pretty neat. But yeah, all the different characters are here, and then you've got some other ones who weren't in the classic Sonic games, like Amy. And they play pretty fun too. I don't know who that is. And they all have different costumes as well, as you could assume. Mecha Sonic is probably one of the cool... Mecha Silver Sonic? Does anybody know his name? I know LEGO Dimensions called him Robo Sonic, and I hate that name. But you got Michael Jackson as one of his skins. Windows. And this game also has a huge modding scene as well. So, like, you can find just a whole bunch of skins on Game Banana. And if you're interested, I definitely recommend looking through there, because you can find a lot of cool stuff. And not to mention the sprite work here is fantastic. Like, I love the way Mario's animated here. He just looks really cool and good. And then you got my baby. This was a mod, okay? So this wasn't in the default game. It should have been, but it wasn't. You got Stanley the Bugman. He's got all sorts of different things. I don't know why I'm going through all these, but it's cool. I should play some of this, but I don't know who to show off. I guess I'll show off Mario, because he's the most basic. Because everybody knows what Sonic's like. And since everybody knows what Mario is like, I guess I'll show how he is in this game. Because he's really cool. Mind the lag. Oh yeah, and over here there's a little secret. If you touch these apples, you die. So, and that's also how you unlock the Kid. So, don't touch the apples. He's got his long jump, and that sends him really high. As you can see, he's got the P meter from Super Mario Bros. 3. And once again, I just cannot help but gush over this animation. It looks so good. Oh, and you can backwards long jump if you're into that. He's got the ground pound. You can do a spin jump in midair. Hold on. I do believe you have a dive. Oh, what the frick? Okay, but you can cancel ground pound. I know in the previous... Okay, but you also have a wall jump, and just... Mario's just a whole lot more fun to play as here than he is in most of the other Mario games. And I know he was kind of like this in New Super, but I don't know. This just feels different and better. And then, of course, you also get your Fire Flower. You know, obvious stuff that you still need. But he was kind of like this in New Super, but I don't know. This just feels better to me. I think the pseudo double jump with the spin really helps him a lot, and just how high you can go with the long jump and just how he's animated, just it makes him feel a lot more fun to play as. Like, you'd be amazed how well fun animation can go to making your game feel a lot more fun. And that's something I've always had an issue with. Mario's not color, but Mario's just gameplay. It always felt too basic. Like Mario as a character. He's great as a character, but the games don't really take much advantage of that. And they don't have him looking all nice and bouncy and fun. And that was something that I loved about Odyssey, and just other 3D Mario games in general, I suppose. Was just how you could just do all that cool stuff. And how he was a fun character, not only to see, like, he wasn't just a charming guy, he was also super fun to play as. And here he also has a spin kick, which is low-key kind of the best thing I've seen in my life, so I'm not saying Nintendo hire this man, but you know. Anyways, so that's Sonic Bowl, and that kind of illustrates my point about just how much better Mario could be in comparison to other characters. Like, you'd be amazed just how giving a character one more option for dealing with things that you can consistently use, you'd be amazed how far that goes. And I know, once again, I know that they added the ground pound into Super Mario, into the new Super Mario series, but that's, honestly, that's just a jump with extra steps. It's not as good. Like, if you give him a sweeping kick like what he had, that's cool. That's neat. That's fun. Make him Sonic, basically. And then give him more... I don't know. Give him more gimmicky play, I guess. That sounds terrible. And it's not really what I mean, but, you know. Do it. Do it for the Vine. That's not funny anymore because Vine is down. Vine's gone. No more Vine. Bye-bye. It's gone. Oh my god. Ugh. My cheeks. I've been smiling so much. I'm so happy. Oh, but, you know. People, and once again, like, back to the point people make against Kirby Star Allies, the thing I like about Kirby is probably my ideal platforming character, just, especially in Star Allies, and the other games that run on that engine, just because of all the different options he has. And some would say, oh, it makes the game too easy. I would say it makes the game fun, damn it! Like, Kirby becomes a fun character to play as. He's expressive. He's got bounce to him. He's got, like, a genuine sense of fun. I don't know, maybe I'm biased. But at the same time, having like 30 different movesets you can choose from level to level, all of which you can access on a fly, it blows Mario straight out of the water, even in his best outings. Like, I would rather play one of the shallowest, most boring Kirby games rather than one of the most critically acclaimed Mario titles, just because Kirby is just so much more fun consistently to play as. Because he can always do so many things. This is starting to sound like a fucking Wii U commercial. Kirby is capable of doing so much. He can do all these different things. Please buy us a Wii U. Why we need Wii U. It's a double Yoshi Exploshi. Oh my god. For God's sake, sometimes when I press enter, escape, it just doesn't work. Maybe I'm not pressing escape. Maybe that's the problem here. I'm okay. I swear, I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. I don't know how loud the mic is. If I go back to watch this recording after getting the screen I'm after, and it sounds like complete shit, I'm gonna... Do you have any idea how sad I'll be? It'll be sad. Ugh. It's very refreshing for me to be able to talk about how much I dislike Mario. I don't dislike Mario, that sounds terrible. But just how much I'm not a fan of the playstyle of most Mario games. It's so refreshing to be able to say that audibly with my voice without then having a mob of people in a Discord call just ready to tear into my spleen. It's amazing to me just how vocal people will get with me because I say, yeah, I'm not a fan of 2D Mario. It's downright incredible. But, you know, people are strange. And people are mean. People are mean to me. I'm not getting sleepy. You know what sleep is? I don't. What is it? I don't know what it is. Mega Man! I like Mega Man. Mega Man's fun. Mega Man 11. Oh my god, I really want to play that game. But unfortunately, every single controller that I have is busted in one way or another. I should have mentioned that it's for Switch. But every single one that I have just does not work in one way or another. I can barely do anything on my Switch anymore. All because of Nintendo's shitty hardware. Ugh. Like, I have 3 sets of Joy-Cons, all of which are drifting horrifically. I have a wired controller. However, that wired controller has an issue with its right analog stick, which is pretty important to Mega Man 11, might I add, where if I breathe on it wrong, it immediately wants to shoot over to the left, which is not a good thing when I'm constantly using the right analog stick to switch between the different abilities. I could disable that. There is a way to disable that shortcut, but I like that shortcut. I like it a lot. It makes it a lot faster and funner. I do wish that they, well, I wish it was a bit more responsive, I guess, but I blame Nintendo's fucking controllers on that. I don't blame the game. because I have learned that the Joy-Cons are not to be trusted, even if they do seem to be working fine. Because the moment you let your guard down, they're going to jump into your ass and start vibrating like a motherfucker, and it's gonna be weird. Some people like it. I saw a struggle tweet where somebody said like, "Oh my god, I got my Joy-Con stuck in my ass," and everybody in the comments section was judging them harshly, and rightfully so. What the fuck? Okay, for one thing, don't do that with your video game hardware. For another thing, don't post that you did that with your video game hardware. For a third thing, don't get it stuck in there. For a fourth thing, what the fuck? Just a whole lot of questions and bad things. Just a whole lot of bad decisions that you shouldn't ever make. Oh my god, I'm dying over here. But I'm very much alive. Ugh. This whole corona thing. Yep, we're talking about that now. It's saying don't touch your face, but look at me, I'm touching my face. Ugh. Probably not a good idea. Probably a very bad idea. But, you know, I'm doing it. Yeah. Friggin' nose. There's like something in my nose that's bugging me. I get judged for picking my nose. Yeah, that's right. I'm a nose picker. I'm a dirty nose picker. I'm gonna await harsh judgment from the crowd of no one. But people always tell me like, "Oh my god, what's wrong with you? Blow your nose." That doesn't help. That doesn't do anything to help me. You know what that does? That makes me want to pick it more. Because now I've got snot going down my face, like right at the edge where I usually try to take it from. It doesn't work that way. And you know what? I'm willing to bet most of those people know that. Most of those people try that. Most of those people also pick their nose when it doesn't work and when people aren't watching, because for some reason we've got this natural assumption that, oh my god, when you're picking your nose, it's so gross. Everybody has a nose. Everybody's got fingers, and these are holes, and fingers can go into the hole. There's nothing that wrong with it. Oh, germs, disgusting, gross. I mean, like, okay, yeah, I can kind of see where you're going with that. I can kind of get that, but at the same time, what the fuck else are you supposed to do? I don't know, maybe I'm an idiot, and maybe I'm misinterpreting everything. Maybe you're supposed to have that snot just sitting at the edge of your nose, just annoying the piss out of you. Making you want to just tear the whole thing off. But I don't fucking know. I'm just a robot. Holy shit, it's been an hour and 17 minutes! Ugh. I'm gonna get this. I swear to God, I'm not leaving until I get this. I'm not going to sleep until I get this. That's alright, my sleep schedule is riding off of this. Hold on, can you see my eyes? Is there any, like, nuclear fallout happening on my eyes? Doesn't really look like it. My sleep schedule has been in fucking hell recently. Just a whole lot of agony, pain, and suffering. I can't even remember when I go to sleep at these points. I can't even recall when I wake up. Everything just kind of happens when it happens, and I'm okay with that. That's kind of the lifestyle I want to live, honestly. Ugh. While I was testing to get this on hey, wait a second. Hold on. Can I close out of that? Will that make everything run smoother? If I close out of Chrome, will that make things run smoother? I think it did. Maybe. Possibly. No idea. I guess the smoking gun would be to... test it with something I know is really bad with Chrome open. But I don't know anything that's really bad with Chrome open. I know OBS drags shit to hell a lot of the time. Ugh. Like, just starting a recording, it just drags everything way down. Oh my god, I'm dying over here. No sleeping till Freddy! Oh. Okay, I've kind of rambled on for like hours and hours now. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. What was the previous thing I was talking about? The last thing I remember talking about was nose picking and how people need to stop being so uptight and mean about things. I don't know. I'm really hoping I get this soon because I want to go to sleep. I really want to go to sleep. I want to go to sleep so bad, but I'm too stubborn to do that. Oh, I'm too stubborn for my own good. One of these days, this stubbornness is gonna get me killed. Like, actually killed. I'll be on a live stream and I'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna keep trying to do this thing and I'm not gonna eat until I do it. And I'll be streaming for 3 days straight and then I'll just drop dead. And nobody in the chat is gonna be surprised. They're all just gonna be like, well, I mean, his loss. He decided. He said he wasn't gonna eat. Look where it got him. He forgot to eat. Or drink. It's drinking that kills you in a matter of days. I think you can go weeks without eating. That said, eat regularly. Don't go weeks without eating. Don't test yourself to see how far you can go without eating. There's people who consider that a diet. That's not dieting. That's torture. And self-torture is never okay. Don't do that. I say this as somebody who's got a bloody knuckle because he keeps punching his dresser because he doesn't know how to handle his anger. Am I a hypocrite? Yes, I am. Don't torture yourself. Don't torture yourself. If there's anything to take away from this 1.5 hour long video of some dingus dorcus jum-dum, it's don't hurt yourself, please. For the love of God, there's people who care about you. I care about you, maybe. Unless you're user 3036. Fuck you. But, you know, don't hurt yourself. Ugh, this turned into a fucking PSA now. I'm getting very vulgar. I should honestly apologize for this. I don't know what's gotten into me. Escape key didn't work again, but luckily I pressed it twice, which means that I was able to do it. Oh my god, I'm so sleepy. How many hours have I put into this now? 9 hours. 9 hours total. Ah! No, I dropped it. Why am I fumbling around with shit? I tried Googling just to see, like, what the chances were. But apparently, we care enough about this series to dissect every last thing about it, but not enough to actually document the chances of one of these screens occurring. Because apparently we'll report the exact number that a Pokemon gets a slightly different color palette, but we won't report the exact number, or even just an estimate of what it is like to see Freddy's eyeless noggin. Or Bonnie's, or Foxy's, or anybody's noggin. Like I said, I've only gotten one of these in my entire 6 years of playing this game, and that's... I honestly never even expected to see it once, but here we fucking are. In a world where I saw one, and now I need them all. Speaking of seeing one... oh wait, I talked about that on stream. I talked about Shadow Bonnie on stream, right? Pretty sure I did. Pretty sure I talked about how Shadow Bonnie appeared and I saw him and I was happy that I saw him. But I was also not happy because I was at school and couldn't take a fucking screenshot. Yeah, that... I'm a little salty about that still. I still haven't seen Shadow Bonnie on Switch either. That's another thing that I want to see. There's a few things that I have left on Switch to get. I did end up... the thing that made me pretty certain that they would include all the different rare things from the game was the purple guy in the roaming minigame. That's what I like to call it. Everybody calls it the Save Them minigame. That doesn't really make sense because they all have the letters spelling out phrases in the background of the letters. I mean, unless we want to call the cake minigame, unless we want to call that help him or save him or whatever it says during that one. I don't know. Maybe the Save Them minigame is the only one that says specifically save them. Because I'm pretty sure that the... Pretty sure that every time I've played the cake minigame, it's always said the same phrase. That being save him, specifically. But anyways, in the roaming minigame, that's what I'm going to call it, I did end up seeing the purple guy, which ended up convincing me that the other rare occurrences are probably in the Switch version. I don't understand why they would take them out, but game devs make weird decisions sometimes. Really hope I can get this soon because I'm so fucking tired. Is this what shiny hunting feels like? Is this what shiny hunting streamers feel like? Just resetting the game over and 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 over to maybe see a blue Giratina. Giratina's shiny is blue, right? Yeah, shit. Hold on. Okay, Google. Okay, Google. Shiny Giratina. Shiny Giratina. Oh, fuck it. I mean, it's kind of blue. It's more of a yellow. Like gold, but yeah, blue is in there. But yeah, is this how shiny hunters feel? Just resetting the game over and over and over for a chance to catch a blue, golden blue Giratina. I'm gonna assume yes, it is, because it's, Because I shiny hunted for a while as well. Unsuccessfully, as you might imagine. Oh my god, my best story with a shiny Pokemon. This was fucking insane. So, back when I was in, I want to say, 7th or 8th grade, it was lunchtime and I was sitting with my friends against the hallway wall. Sad sight, I know. But we were sitting there and I had my 3DS out and I was playing, I think, Alpha Sapphire at the time. Sun and Moon hadn't been out yet. And I don't think I was planning on buying Sun and Moon anyway, if it was announced at that point. But I ended up saying to them, out loud, I ended up saying, like, man, it's been a whole year since I found my first shiny Pokemon. My first shiny was a Magnemite, which was pretty cool, by the way. Wouldn't it be crazy if I suddenly found another one, and then I walk into the grass, and lo and behold, a shiny Illumise just kind of pops out of fucking nowhere. Or was it an Illumise? I don't know. Either way, it was a shiny something. I'm pretty sure Illumise is its name. But yeah, it just comes out of nowhere. And like, all three of us, we're losing our damn minds. Like, I'm straight up, I feel like a fucking, prophet right now. Like, oh my god! Oh, holy shit! Oh my god! Oh! Oh! Oh my god! Oh my god! Yes, that was so cool! Okay! Oh, that was so fucking worth it! Oh. Oh. Oh my god! Oh. That is going on Twitter for sure. Holy shit. Okay, I don't know if this will be on YouTube, but I know specifically. Let's see here. That took like an hour and 30 minutes. Oh my god. I'm sure if I were to cut out all the bullshit of me just... Oh my god, my legs feel numb. That was fucking spooky. Holy... Oh, that was so cool. Oh, I'm happy. I'm so happy now. Oh my god, that sent chills. These two fingers feel like numb. It has nothing to do with like anything. It's just from like the sheer awe. Oh, that was so cool. Oh my god. If you sat through this entire thing, dear God, I'm sorry, but I hope it was worth it. I hope it was as worth it to you as it was to me. Wow. Oh my god. Oh. Hold on. I'm gonna turn off display capture just in case somebody thinks, oh, Megafan's got a picture of Yuri in a swimsuit on his desktop or something like that. Oh. That was so cool. I don't even care about what I was just talking about. That took an hour and 30 minutes. And I'm sure if I were to cut out all the bullshit of me just rambling on about nose picking or about the Sonic 2 or whatever the fuck else I was going on about. I'm sure it would be probably at least an hour. Still an hour. Close to an hour, 50 minutes. I don't fucking care. Point is, I got it. I secured a screenshot. And I'm ready to go to sleep. So, if this is on YouTube, thanks for watching. And I'll see you in the next video, which, or stream. I think I'll probably end up streaming, this game again. That was cool. Thanks for watching. This is Mega Fan. Signing out. I'm gonna take a fucking nap.